You are watching the Michigan Football Report. I am your host, James Yoder, and it is game day, folks. This is not a game for quite a few hours here, not till 8 o'clock tonight. Thought we put out a game day show. Let you know the things I'm watching for behind the scenes around this program, and just some things to keep your eye out for. Michigan, Hawaii tonight, 8 o'clock on Big Ten Network. Now, you might see this guy around the around campus, around the stadium tonight. I will be at the game tonight, Michigan Stadium. Now, here's a request for you guys. Go ahead and like the video if you want JJ McCarthy to shine. We've done this so many times in the past. You guys have always rode with me on this one. I'm feeling so confident, but I don't want to jinx it, so I'm asking you guys, help me not jinx it. Like the video. It'll make sure that JJ McCarthy shines, passes the ball, goes 18 of 21 for 285 yards in the first half, 4 touchdowns, and looking like the Heisman Trophy winner that we all thought he was going to be when he committed to Michigan back in May of 2019. Don't jinx it, folks. Don't be the guy sitting there when McCarthy throws 2 picks and says, damn it was my fault. Yoder told me I didn't like that video. Go ahead and like the video. All right, I will be around Ann Arbor all day today. Folks, we're going to head there for the, somewhere in town, no plans yet, for the Alabama-Texas game at noon. So what should I do all day? If you've got a tailgate going on, if you're at the bar, I've had a few people already DM me, come by my house party, etc. I'm going to respond to you guys here. Let me know where I should do all day. I'm trying to watch the Alabama game, Texas game, and then who knows for 4 hours until Michigan, Hawaii comes on later on in the day. So if you see me around the stadium too, folks, I'm wearing this bad boy. You saw the picture I put out on Thursday. I don't know if I can have this with the headset. Oh. There we go. Producers are in shambles behind the scenes saying, that's so fucking loud. I'm going to be wearing this. If you see a guy wearing this, it's 100% me, this and this one. I'm going to change my shirt for the game. I'll have the blue Michigan football Jordan shirt I showed you guys a couple days back. The betting odds are insane for this game. Michigan's now a 52-point favorite. The over-under hasn't changed. So if you kind of guess what the sports books think, they're thinking it's going to be somewhere around a 59-7 to a 59-10 win for Michigan, some kind of where in that range, and that's where they come up with that line over-under. Hell, could even be a 65-0 win for Michigan as far as I knew. But the spread now is 52. One of the highest spreads I've ever seen. I think it's the highest I've seen for a Michigan game in my entire life. I teased this a few weeks back. I said, look at this week's schedule. Colorado State, Hawaii, UConn, Maryland. Could Michigan score 200 points? Added 50 points a game for the second time ever. Both those would have been in the Jim Harbaugh era. 2016, they scored 208 points in their 4 games in the month of September. They started off right, 51 points, so they're on pace through Colorado State. I think we're going to get a little higher than 51 this week against Hawaii. Then you got UConn. I would be pretty damn disappointed if Michigan didn't have 160 points going to that Maryland game where they only had to score, 40 to 45 to get to that 200 mark. So that's where it is. I think if they got there, I'm going to pat myself on the back for one of the great all-time predictions and stat finds of all time. Who the hell pulls out stats like that, the 200-point month? Nobody but me, because we're working hard while the other guys are just sitting around, picking their nose, hoping that you watch their content. You're watching our content. But I want to know from you guys, how many total points will Michigan score in September? 51 last week. I'm guessing they're putting a 77 burger on them tonight, so it'll be over 120. I'm going to go 217 at this point. Random number, I know, but 217 is my number, which would be close to 55 points. It would be about 53, 54 points a game for Michigan. Let me know in the comments how many Michigan points will score on offense in their first 4 games. We are presented by BetUS. I put money Michigan minus 52 tonight. I think they're going to cover that spread comfortably, almost be there by halftime. I did it with BetUS, our sportsbook partner for the 3rd straight year. Get the best deposit bonus in the game. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. 125% deposit bonus. You got to use the link, and then you got to use the promo code so they know you came from us. And they're offering this deal only to viewers of the Michigan Football Report and some other shows here at Chat Sports. Go Blue, no spaces. Chatsports.com/GoBlue. Use that link. It'll redirect you to the Michigan Football Report page for this special promotion. Number one thing I'm watching for tonight, will Jim Harbaugh let JJ McCarthy cook, right? Get behind the kitchen, that offensive line, get in there with the stove, and just start slanging touchdowns. I think Jim Harbaugh is at a pivotal point in his coaching career at Michigan. I think it's probably the talented, the best 2-year stretch, 3-year stretch, 2021 to 2023 that he's going to have, or certainly has had, and maybe will ever have, right? The recruiting going forward isn't looking as good as it's been in the past. Some of that's from NIL and other things like that. Harbaugh's got to maximize on it. You got to get 2 wins against Ohio State, a couple back-to-back Big Ten championships. Make those playoff appearances not a once in a decade thing, an every other year thing. And if you let JJ McCarthy sling and you say, hey, we can go toe to toe with CJ Stroud down in Columbus, I think that is the best place Jim Harbaugh could be and should be. He's got to start tonight letting JJ sling, letting him cook it. How many yards will JJ McCarthy throw for tonight? I'm putting the number because I still don't trust Harbaugh, even though I want to, with letting him cook, right? Letting JJ Harbaugh throw the ball. Let me know. I've set the number at 175 yards. I'm guessing McCarthy will get the whole first half and then 1 or 2 drives in the second half. Over or under 175 yards passing. Go ahead and just type O or U. I'm going to calculate them up. I'll kind of tweet out before the game what the sentiment was from you guys, the audience. Type O or U below. I am just about to lose my mind here because I put out a message on Twitter, on our YouTube community, on our Facebook page on, was it Tuesday or Monday this week? I said, who went to the game? If you went to the game, did the Wi-Fi work, yes or no? I've had so many people message me, respond. You go look at the replies yourself, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Every answer is no, right? We probably got 50 or 60 people say, I was at the game, it didn't work. One guy told me, James, I forgot about the whole e-ticketing thing and that I might not get cell signal. I had to walk almost a mile away from the stadium to get the damn app to load so I could show him my ticket to get into the game. How amazingly terrible is that? I've been beating the Wi-Fi drum for, I think, 5 years now. Michigan claimed they had this 6E network. If the Wi-Fi doesn't work tomorrow, I'm coming out of that game. I don't care if Michigan wins 150-0. I'm piping hot. I'm writing letters, okay? I'm starting a campaign. Get the damn Wi-Fi to work, okay? I took a plane last night. Wi-Fi worked in the plane just fine. Why can't it work in a stadium? It's boggling to the mind. Call Elon Musk. He's got Starlink. Beam it down into the stadium. If it doesn't work tomorrow, if you guys are right, and they haven't fixed it between week 1 and week 2, listen, I'm going to be Karen, okay? I'm Karen Yoder. That person does exist at one point in life. That's going to be me going forward when it comes to Wi-Fi. All right, folks, need 148 more subscribers today. Got about 40 or so overnight. Let's do it. Send a link to a friend. Get me to 21,000. Commemorate Desmond Howard. Commemorate the first night game in Michigan Stadium where Roy Roundtree, wearing that 21, went off, caught the game-winning touchdown pass. 21,000 is the number we need to get at. It'll be a big special announcement if we reach it by game time next week. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't. Hell, unsubscribe tomorrow, like I said yesterday, and send it to a friend, youtube.com/MichiganTV. Tell them to subscribe. We'll have a post-game show tonight, probably from the car, as long as I get some sort of cell signal immediately after the game, as soon as I get out of the stadium. Can Michigan get a shutout on defense tonight, right? This Hawaii offense is one of the worst offenses I think we've ever seen in the history of college football, right? They are so terrible. It is unexplainable how bad they are. They have one wide receiver who maybe could do a couple things, has had some success in his career, but other than that, this is a terrible offensive line, awful quarterback play, awful running backs. They can't do anything. They're getting beat 63-10 and 49-17. This is a terrible team. Michigan has not had a shutout since Rutgers in 2019. They beat them 52-0. Remember back to Jim Harbaugh's first season, 2015. Michigan set a record. I think it was Kansas State too, right? Brett, they tied the record at that 3 straight shutouts. I think I remember it saying like Kansas State back in 1996 had a 3 straight shutouts. It's the only 2 teams in modern college football to pitch 3 straight shutouts. Jim Harbaugh showed he can do it several times in the past. 78-0 in 2016 against Rutgers, 52-0. Those 3 shutouts in 2015. I'd love to see this defense get a shutout. I thought that last touchdown over Will Johnson towards the end of the game against Colorado State, real dagger, right? Those zeros look really good on a schedule when you get deeper and deeper into the season. I asked a bunch of you guys yesterday. We had a ton of comments, ton of predictions, but let me know if you haven't yet, or if you have, hell, comment in 2 videos. What's the harm? Michigan, Hawaii score. Predict it down in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I've got Michigan winning 77-0, 11 straight touchdowns. One thing I'm looking for is this defensive line depth for real, okay? We saw Braden McGregor, Jalen Harrell. We saw Mozzie Smith. We saw Rayshawn Trap Money Benny, and on. Outside even the starters. Chris Jenkins had a hell of a game, right? Mike Morris had a really good game. Looked fast as hell. Michigan had 9-10 guys. Iyomi Anabo just got in there for 1 play, got a sack, right? He's been with Michigan for 2 weeks, so already got a sack, 1 play. And we'll see if that continues, if it was a one-time thing. Derek Moore, right, the true freshman that is hella crazy athletic, but maybe not as refined. Michigan's got 8-9 guys that they rolled out last week. I'm expecting more of the same tonight. Is it for real? Can they continue it? I don't know if we're going to find out too much, but I'd love to see 7 more sacks from 6-7 different guys to think that, hey, we got a lot of playmakers on this defense. The Hawaiian Rainbow, the Hawaiian Fighting Warrior, the Hawaiian Pineapple himself, Roman Wilson, grew up in Honolulu, came all the way across the world to attend the University of Michigan on a football scholarship. Will get a chance to face his hometown, home state team, Hawaii coming in. And hell, he looked great last week, right? Took that little screen pass and darted between a couple wide receivers, blocking Ronnie Bell, Cornelius Johnson, went 1 yards, I think it was, for the score. I think Jim Harbaugh is the kind of guy, he gets sentiment, he gets things like that. He'll probably say, hey, Roman Wilson, face his hometown team. Let's give him the damn ball, folks. He'll do one of those, and that's what will happen. So I'm expecting Roman Wilson to score 1 or 2 touchdowns tonight, and 15 catches? No, probably not. 7 catches, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's my prediction for Roman Wilson. 15, that's crazy. They're not going to throw the ball that much to have one guy get 15 catches. But if you think Roman Wilson's going to score a touchdown tonight, go ahead, show him some love. I know the Wilson family, big fans of this show. Go ahead and type Roman down in the comments. More Wilsons watch this show than probably any other last name in the world. So go ahead and type Roman, show the love to the Hawaiian Roman Wilson fan. Yeah, kind of give him some good vibes tonight. Get that 7 catches. What I said, 8 catches, 132 touchdowns. That's the final number, whether I said something different a minute ago or not. All right, I'm around all day today, folks. DM me on Twitter at James Yoder or tweet at me and let me know where you're at if you want to have a beer or something before the game. I'm just going to be Roman, okay? I'm the guy wearing this. I'm sneaking into the game. By the way, 3 years ago, I had the no turnover chain when Michigan was turning over the ball nonstop against Middle Tennessee State and Wisconsin and all that. I told everybody I was going to take this into the game against Iowa, like the 5th or 6th game of the year. They had my picture, and every security guard had a picture. They were waiting for me, right? They tried to stop me. So you can't bring in Yoder. That's contraband. That's good. It's some sort of weapon. I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay, most wanted man in Michigan, whatever. So I snuck it in. I'm gonna do the same thing. So try and stop me, Michigan. Try and stop me. I'm sneaking it in. I'm gonna wear some sort of disguise. I'll be wearing this bad boy in the stadium, despite all the efforts. I'm wearing a mustache if I have to. All the efforts that you guys are putting towards it. You can't stop me. So don't even try and contain me. See you tonight. Go Blue.